Joseph might be something like Eric. They calling a lot. Any other announcements or apologies? As per usual, please make sure that your phone off. And that's how we can help. Any announcements? Alright, let's go straight into the minutes for approval and confirmation. Page 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
Page 13, item 3, that should be 14 and 15 William Street.
Noted. 14, 15. Can have someone who attended that you can approve. Someone all in favor? Yeah, it's happening. Right, let's jump straight into physical infrastructure. Chairman of the Infrastructure Council, Solomon.
Chairman and members of Council, I am CEO. I have the honor to present you the reports and recommendation of the 16th physical infrastructure meeting of the Market National Corporation held on Tuesday, 12 February 2029, 9:19 p.m. at the Corporation Chambers, the Board of Inspection.
Can I have a second up to attend it? Dr. Long, all in favor? Yeah, it's happening. Page 1, let's go through the minutes. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19,
highlight B, E, I, K, Q, and S.
okay, 20, 21,
On page 20, item in the under the letter it should be request for one person to road and demolish poles. I had to take that.
21, 22, 23.
Chairman and members of Council, I have the honor to present to you the reports and recommendation of the 16th physical infrastructure meeting held at the Market National Corporation on Tuesday, 12 February 2029, 9:19 p.m. at the Corporation Chamber at the Mount Objects for adoption of highlights and publication.
Can I have a seconder? All in favor? The ayes have it. Thank you, Chairman. So we move now to health. Vice Chair.
Mr. Chairman, Madam CEO, members of Council, members of Administration, I have the honor to present to you the reports and recommendations of the 16th Public Health Committee meeting of the Diego Martin Regional Corporation held on Thursday, February 19, 2015 at 9:43 a.m. at the Corporation's chamber, the above address for its reception.
And I have a seconder for someone who attended, Dr. Lewis. All in favor? The ayes have it. 2 minutes, page 1, 2, 3.
Mr. Chairman, there's a correction on item 5E. The last line should be during.
Page 4, 5, 6.
I would like to highlight on the doctoral list of item A, D, J, and L.
Within page 6.
Under page 6, Mr. Chairman, I'd like to highlight under the electoral district of Palatine Basin C and E, please.
Within page 7.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Under the electoral district of Petition Campbell, I'd like to highlight A, B, C, and D.
Within page 8.
Page 8, Mr. Chairman, under item 9B, it should read that the padlocks and camera cemetery gate will change.
Within. Vice Chair.
Mr. Chairman, Madam CEO, members of Council, members of Administration, I have the honor to present to you the reports and recommendations of the 16th Public Health Committee meeting of the Diego Martin Regional Corporation held on Thursday, February 19, 2015 at 9:43 a.m. in the Corporation's chamber, the above address for its adoption with corrections and highlights.
I have a seconder. Simon, all in favor? The ayes have it. Thank you, Vice Chair. Move on to personal evaluation. Councillor Long.
Chairman, members of Council, Madam CEO, members of Administration, and staff, I have the honor to present to you the reports and recommendations of the 16th Personnel and Labor Relations Committee meeting of the Diego Martin Regional Corporation held on Thursday, the 19th of February, 2015 at 1:21 p.m. at the Corporation's chambers and the above address for its reception.
I have a seconder who attended. Councillor Slater, all in favor? The ayes have it. Page 1, 2, 3, 4. Councillor Long.
Chairman and members of Council, and the CEO, members of Administration, and the staff, I have the honor to present to you the reports and recommendations of the 16th Personnel and Labor Relations Committee meeting of the Diego Martin Regional Corporation held on Thursday, the 19th of February, 2015 at 1:21 p.m. at the Corporation's chambers at the above address for its reception.
I have a seconder who attended.
What I'd like to say.
Chair, all in favor? The ayes have it. Thank you, Councillor Long. Move to finance. I know the chairman of finance. Yeah, I don't think she even did the meeting. So, Vice Chair,
Mr. Chairman, Madam CEO, members of Council, members of Administration, I have the honor to present you the report and allocation of resources committee meeting of the Diego Martin Regional Corporation held on Thursday, 19 February 2015 at 3:19 p.m. at the Corporation's chambers at the above address for its reception.
I have a seconder who attended. Councillor Mendez, all in favor? All in favor? The ayes have it. Let's go to the minutes. Page 1, page 2, page 3, page 4, 5, 6.
Mr. Chairman, item 4. Right before all in favor, the cost of hiring the search clerk was approximately 500,000.
So, again, on page 5, the last sentence that we done, Mr. Kevin Bloom, Blue is incorrect, sir. Very H.
Okay, someone? We also had a special finance today. 3 motions that were passed. I'd like to look at the as to be approved. Vice Chair.
Mr. Chairman, Madam CEO, members of council, members of administration, I have the honor to present to you the reports and recommendations of the 16th Finance, Planning and Allocation of Resources Committee meeting on Thursday, 19th February 2015 at 3:19 at the Corporation's Chamber and the above address for its adoption. Also, special finance on 26th of February.
Do I have a seconder?
Mr. Chairman,
All in favor? The ayes have it. Thank you, Vice Chair. Move on to disaster preparedness. Vice Chair.
Mr. Chairman, members of council, Madam CEO, members of administration, I have the honor to present to you the reports and recommendations of the 15th Disaster Preparedness, Environmental Management and Security Committee meeting of the Diego Martin Regional Corporation held on Thursday, February 12, 2015 at 11:41 a.m. at the Corporation's chambers at the above address for its reception.
Can I have a seconder for attended? Councilor Mendez, all in favor? All in favor? The ayes have it. Let's go through the minutes, page 1. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Vice Chair.
Mr. Chairman, Madam CEO, members of council, members of administration, I have the honor to present to you the reports and recommendations of the 15th Disaster Preparedness, Environmental Management and Security Committee meeting of the Diego Martin Regional Corporation held on Thursday, February 12, 2015 at 11:41 a.m. at the Corporation Chambers of the above address for its adoption.
Can I have a seconder? Councilor Lewis, thank you. All in favor? The ayes have it. Thank you, Vice Chairman. Move the Youth, Sport and Culture Committee meeting. Vice Chair. Vice Chair, you're on the road. What's the target?
Mr. Chairman, Madam CEO, members of council, members of administration, I have the honor to present to you the reports and recommendations of the 15th Sport, Youth and Culture Committee meeting of the Diego Martin Regional Corporation held on Thursday, 12 February 2015 at 1:03 p.m. at the Corporation's Chamber at the above address for its reception.
Can I have a seconder? Alderman Simon, all in favor? The ayes have it. Page 1, 2, 3.
Page 3, Mr. Chairman, item 3 should read from 14th meeting of previous.
4,
Page 4, Mr. Chairman, item 4 and 5 should also read from the previous meeting.
okay. 5,
Page 5, Mr. Chairman, item 9 should read over application count.
somebody like 2 minutes. 6,
All the time.
Vice Chair.
Mr. Chairman, Madam CEO, Alderman Simon, members of council, members of administration, I wanted to say, sorry, Alderman Hines, members of council, members of administration. I have the honor to present to you the reports and recommendations of the 15th Sport, Youth and Culture Committee meeting of the Diego Martin Regional Corporation held on Thursday, 12 February 2015 at 1:03 p.m. at the Corporation's Chamber at the above address for its adoption with correction.
And I have a second who attended. All in favor? Yeah, thank you, Vice Chair. Vice Chair, do you have to do the public events? The next one? All right, go on. Chairman.
Chairman and members of council, Madam CEO, members of staff, I have the honor to present to you the reports and recommendations of the 15th Events, Public Relations, Fundraising and Business Development Committee meeting of the Digger Martin Regional Corporation held on Thursday, February 12, 2015 at 1:28 p.m. at the corporation's chambers at the above address for its reception.
Can I have a second who attended? Thank you, along. Thank you. All in favor? Yeah, I have it. 1, 2, 3.
Mr. Chairman, item 2 should read from previous meeting.
Okay. 4.
Page 4, Mr. Chairman, 1, 2, 3. Third paragraph, Councilor mentioned that the worker, Mr. Tariq Shah, should come off. Name was not on the list.
5, 6.
Chairman and members of council, Madam CEO, members of staff, I have the honor to present to you the reports and recommendations of the 15th Events, Public Relations, Fundraising and Business Development Committee meeting of the Digger Martin Regional Corporation held on Thursday, 12, 2015 at 1:28 p.m. at the corporation's chambers at the above address for its adoption.
I have a seconder. I have a second who attended. Councilor Solomon. All in favor? Councilor Solomon, did you attend? Vice Chair, all in favor? Yeah, it's up. Thank you, Chairman of Events. Thank you everyone for the smooth transfer of the minutes. And now opening floor for the public business. There's no correspondence. So the floor is open. Once. Right.
Mr. Chairman, thank you. Mr. Chairman, I visited the area of Port George on Saturday, and I noticed we have pretty recently fenced, cut down areas, cut down and fenced, right? Padlocks and so forth on fences. So I was just wondering if the regional corporation had any knowledge of this, that people had probably bought spots and, or whatever. So I'm just finding out because people are inquiring, and when you cutting down on the hills, Mr. Chairman, we know too well that eventually it will be the grassland and the water whole covered area will be flooded away. Right? So I would like to find out for the benefit of the residents and just for information purposes that if these people that live in the fenced area now, if they are legal, they have everything saying that they own this property and all of the above. On another note, with the same Port George area, Mr. Chairman, I spoke some point in time gone by in reference to Mr. Philip Alexander, who was constructing something in the Port George area, the private road there, Mr. Pete Sunday live. And this structure that Mr. Alexander is putting up is presently falling apart. Mr. Chairman, I've been there. I'm just sorry that my phone didn't have no, the phone wasn't charged, so I could have taken a picture. I could have actually removed a block from a wall that he had there. The wall is not properly built, it was not properly reinforced, so the wall is falling apart and it's also undermining. So I would just like this to be checked out, if that is possible, and for Mr. Philip Alexander to know that any damages to any human being that lives in that area, he would be
Councilor, before you go on, it's two separate things.
Yes, Mr. Chairman.
Because I don't want to have much space to do that. All right, so I know you'll answer that after, but I just want to make sure it's two separate things.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, it's two separate things. And thirdly, I would like to, based on my observation, Mr. Chairman, I would like to request that the next personnel meeting report based on persons that would have received, who was given employment, that has received letter to the further notice. Please.
Report now. See your report again. Thank you. Floor is open. I share.
Mr. Chairman, firstly, I want to talk about the issue of security at the district offices in the region of the mountain. We spoke about this at standing committee meetings during this month, but I think we're taking it lightly, and I don't know if we're waiting as a corporation to another meeting to come next month to talk about it again, and so on and so on. Mr. Chairman, we're living in different times, and we realize the highest chamber in the land, which is the Parliament, has realized that, but somehow we at the local level not realizing it. We're in the region of the Mountain, which we know is one of the biggest hotspots in Trinidad and Tobago, yet we're not treating the things differently in the Mountain. We were told a couple of weeks back that the issue of security in district offices was not documented in any document. It wasn't written in any document where the offices are concerned. So we can't get that. So we have to accept that. Mr. Chairman, it wasn't in the Parliament documents either for parliamentary officers, but they understood the times that we're living in, and they made arrangements and they dealt with it. And now Parliament offices have security. I am asking that be extended to our district offices and be extended in 4 states. We need to remember that we have employees at these offices every day. We have employees at these offices every day, and something needs to be done. Something needs to be done because we, at this statutory meeting today, the 26th, tomorrow is Friday, we have employees out there without any form of security. And then Monday we go back and so on until we come to another meeting and we talk about it and we keep moving on. And nothing is being done about the security of our employees out there in these district offices. Mr. Chairman, I am asking that the corporation does something in post case where these 10 district offices are considered. So we ensure not just the security of our employees that are out there in those offices, but also ensure the security of the purchases that visit those offices on a daily basis. And I am asking that something be done to states where that is concerned. Mr. Chairman, on another note, this morning in the coordinated meeting, I observed that there was, again, no representative from the Unemployment Relief Program, no representative from Ministry of Water Resources and the Environment, no representative from Ministry of Social Development, no representative from Public Utilities where WASA is concerned. I am asking, Mr. Chairman, that we need to highlight the fact that where infrastructure is concerned, the Martin Regional Corporation is doing as much as we can with the resources that we have. But the system that we live in Trinidad and Tobago has taken into consideration that we get minimal resources because we have support from other ministries. But we're not getting that support. And if we continue sitting month after month, meeting after meeting, and complain that these agencies are not coming forward, the reality is that purchases at once out there that are suffering. Something needs to be done. I asked last year, year before, that we write letters to the various ministers, the various permanent secretaries of these ministries, and quote the section of the act that we are governed under, where this coordinating completely is concerned, so that they realize that what is supposed to be happening is not happening. Mr. Chairman, URP is the agency that normally climbs the mountains in the mountain. The district of Kobe Rich Plains is a district that is predominantly hills. The corporation workers do not go up the hills in the district of Kobe Rich Plains. And URP is the agency that we normally depend on to climb these mountains and get the drainage done coming off the hills, get some steps, get some road builds and so on. And if it is we have an agency like URP that is not responding to the calls of the corporation, then all these businesses that are living on the hills are not being attended to as compared to the rest of citizens in the region. So, Mr. Chairman, I am asking that Ministry of Works needs to be spoken to where highways and bridges and so on is concerned. The Bridges Highways Department that deals with the bridges. I'm asking about the Ministry of the People and Social Development where Self-Help Commission is concerned and the Food Card Department and Ministry of Public Utilities where WASA is concerned, Mr. Chairman, that we go forward to them. And finally, Mr. Chairman, on an internal note, the Health Department has some infrastructure issues inside of that building. The female bathroom in that building cannot be locked. The kitchen, well, I don't know if to call it a kitchen, the room that is supposed to be the kitchen doesn't have facilities as a kitchen. You know, our staff at the health department have to wash their utensils and so on in the bathroom sink. I am asking again that we take care of our employees. Just as we need to take care of our employees in the district offices out there, we need to take care of our employees in the health department as well. Because without our employees, we can't be a corporation. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Councillor Slater.
Mr. Chairman, CEO. Mr. Chairman, firstly, I'd like to let's at least take part in a constructive for the farmers in the district offices within the region. Lately, Mr. Chairman and Madam CEO, as they were doing the Prison Association one requesting that from the funding that they get. Prior to that, I mean, Madam CEO, Mr. Chairman, that this plea is a plea that everybody right on this country feels, especially government, even if I get and I really want to see you really consider really potentially the district of the market. As well, I believe in the future everybody else will go this way. Mr. Chairman, in light of the unspent balances on them, I would still like to get a fixed idea of where the unspent balances are reached. Because since my tenure from 2010, I will always speak for this unspent balances. They made available at this point in time at this council so that we can get things done within the region as quickly as possible. To Mr. Chairman again, but I'm here recently sports company I done within the region. And these many guns within this region unfinished. When the scope of work they say they came to do with this big entourage, with big fanfare. And yet still the ones that I still want to see this project that the company said they will be completed. So we still await that definition of the point commander drones from the sports company in Trinidad and Tobago, like sport. But I'm checking in light of the symposium that the Senate Organization number. We came up with a number of issues that were dealt with hidden problems and solutions, anything that both by administration and the employees. I want to know in the process of getting some of the problems and solutions dealt with. As the corporation taking mindful of dealing with this symposium, the issues that came out from this program, or is the reports and just lying around waiting for somebody else. I don't change the life of the corporation, because that's the condition, and I yourself have been working hard on this. I just want to make sure to continue. It is your part that we can save money from renting and you'll have our own. Because having your own, Madam Chairman and Madam CEO, that's the Mr. Chairman. I don't believe that we really believe that we're alongside and for somebody else doing the right thing. We want it for our own. Mr. Chairman and Madam CEO, this I said I'm waiting for my back. I don't know, I'm a police, soldier, army, and fire service protesting lately. I don't know if I don't join the line too. I'm the only sort of function. So I don't know, in last time, the next demonstration with the services, and I believe I'm not service like is one protest. And I'm sure you know the ongoing is the CDM. Mr. Chairman and Madam CEO. I don't know why I keep saying it like that, but I believe I don't want to get too passionate. I want to be down to it. I try. Yes, Mr. Chairman, Madam CEO. You know, yes, you see, you know, every time you watch it on the screen, you know that they did a time to sell young, you know. You won't believe me, and a small amount of money. And within our region, we must at least pay attention on what is going on down here. Because it's very hard to see people who go and work there. Being able to have nothing from the scale of this whole venture that is taking place under the eyes of the MP and the council and the corporation at large. So, Chairman of Madam CEO again, we know at this point in time during the election time, we see at this ministry like CISL coming on board to say the good roads within the area. And the last time, the PNM district was left out. But I know PNM family know. So I want to be chairman and CEO and the country to pay attention and to really inquire what project is being done in the Martin region before they start to come and just stay a while or do things while within the region. So this is something I believe by next month we should be getting some kind of answers given by CSL. I'm interested of doing work within the region, even each district they are doing 3 or 4 roads. Five. So we will mention the project corporation form on the budget. And also, Madam Chair, we will take note to the CEO, Mr. Chairman and the CEO. Yeah, Mr. Chairman and the CEO. Just to be notice that no bridge was built in the Martin region during this tenure. No bridge. And I find that very alarming to see no bridge being built in this Martin region. Madam Chairman and Mr. Chairman and Madam Chairman of all this, we still have to make mention that we are still lacking manhole covers and convex mirrors. And you see the 2 highest form of death in Atkinson and the Dago is crime and accident. And we really want to take stock of different manhole covers and convex mirrors in the Dago Martin region. And I'm still waiting to see the improvement really in the vehicles of police and the record, which is important at this point in time because you notice all streets within the Dago Martin region now is being blocked up both in the day and in the night. When you have only access one road, you cannot come back on the other roads back out. Because of the vehicles that are on the road, whether mechanic wise, when people have vehicles, the other vehicles, you have to have a policy to reckon these vehicles and them on a day-to-day basis. Compounding them, fencing the area, and the Dago Martin health workers down there, and having something set up with the police who is mainly in charge of cautioning them and collecting a fee on a day-to-day basis. We have to take stock of what we have and how we intend to upkeep these things. Mr. Chairman and Madam CEO. Mr. Chairman, Madam CEO. Madam CEO, in light of one hand subject, we welcome all the student corporation and the chairman at large. But we also have to remember that we must also keep continually seeking funds from the relevant Ministry of Drainage in order to deal with the region. Because I can tell you that this region has been left out of other regions. The Ministry of Drainage has been doing their work. Even in the river, I have been right on Raymond Street. They got from the last start. You can see the whole concrete structure. And it just then waiting for next to come to fill this concrete structure around and come back on the river again. I want to say at my here today, the Chairman and Madam CEO, that the work of the corporation mustn't be waiting until things happen and then we go after it. But I say that we have things that we all want to have here, have things ongoing. Especially things like the symposium that we are not really have people on board working to get these things dealt with on a day-to-day basis. You cannot do things like this just lay by until something happens to it. We must have this plan in motion and working on these things. I And secondly, I want to thank all those who continue to make the effort.
70. 70.
70. Yes, I want to thank sure, Mr. Chairman, and the CEO. Yes, I want to wrap up now. I just want to thank all those who continue to work in the best interest of the Lagos Martin Regional Corporation. Yes. And I want to tell them that the work do not stop when there are certain things are accomplished at this meeting. We must be continuing to work for the benefit of the council here and administration and the region at large. Not one thing. I say that because I want to be very cautious on saying I did this here. Mr. Chairman, all I want to say is we have other areas who are in need of dire things. They don't have to be that administration in need of everything. But let it be right when it's right. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator. Floor is open, I think, still. Honorable Simon.
Mr. Chairman, I have before me an invitation from Alderman Smith and the Chief Executive Officer to the commissioning of the vendors. And I'm glad to see that we're ready to commission the vendors. But I have a
And I hope this year, Wednesday, too.
Sure, Mr. Chairman. I have a question. We had organized a committee that will look at regulating the rentals, some kind of regulatory procedure for the rentals. And that committee already put things in place. So by the time we commission them all, we have the people application already processed.
Yeah, I can answer that so we can move on quickly. That will be answered in the next PIC meeting, when the opening has nothing to do with tenants. Right? So that you understand? That meeting have occurred, the SAT, and that they will report to us at the next meeting, our infrastructure meeting. The opening has nothing to do with that information. We just formulating the building and the restrooms more than anything else. That's all.
Secondly, Mr. Chairman, I wonder whether the invitations is only for members of council or whether invitations went out to other members of the region. I think, Mr. Chairman, and I would be guided by the chair, that is a part of this council. Councillors, members of this council, should not be given invitation, and I expect it. I mean, invitation as such as these, and I expect it to be present as part of their role in the commissioning of that whole exercise. But I'll be guided accordingly by you, Mr. Chairman. The other point, Mr. Chairman, the use of this office for council meeting, we all aware is small. But what is more concern to me is parking facilities here. And if you don't come early, you don't get a park. I'm wondering, Mr. Chairman, if anything can be done as it relates to the dates of council meeting for arrangement to be made for some alternative parking. I can't think of where, but I think it's necessary that we put those discussions on the table, particularly when it is coordinated meeting and there are so many other institutions, personnel who come here. There's nowhere to park. This morning, I had to make 3 trips down and around before I could get a park. So I think we need to put it on the table for discussion to see if any ideas can come up with in terms of parking. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Anyone else? Councilor Mendez?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, I would just like to highlight to Madam CEO that there are several illegal dump sites, new ones, in the St. Lucia Cameron district. I would like to request that maybe the health department intervene urgently, because I foresee those illegal dump sites will eventually become a health hazard to the residents that live close by.
Councillor. Anyone else? Councillor Alonso?
Mr. Chair. Just want to raise a point again that it is going over a year now that the emergency plans for St. Wells for that area have not been, still have not been installed. I just want to put it in the minutes again that it's still outstanding. It's a fighting back. Water. There seems to be some confusion in my area in terms of what is going on with water. That there are areas that normally will get water, that they get in areas that normally will get, that don't get. So, there's some strange things happening with water and water distribution. I understand that some of it is that because WASA has advertised that there's water in certain areas that they're taking from areas and taking all the left pocket and putting the right pocket. But there's also an area of concern where a couple of residents complained, or not complained, but they said that they had to pay for water from a vehicle from the corporation. It was something like 8 o'clock midnight that the vehicle came up, a green vehicle, and they had to pay for water. So I wanted to raise that and say that as a concern, because people are complaining they're not getting water, and then they have to pay for water when they do get it. The question of security, I want to raise it to you, Mr. Chair, to you that we understand that security was not a provision that was made when the councils were being set up. But so is a lot of other things. I am sure that there's no provision for cell phones, there's no provision for computers. All these things that have come in, no, they were not before. So if you go back in minutes, when the offices were set up, there were no cell phones in the old days, there were no computers, but they still had offices. And as things come available with the technology, we have, and with need, we have to look at it. I sat down and heard the Minister of Local Government talk about being creative several times, about using your skills, using your experience and creativity to be able to do the things that have to be done. I think this is one issue that has to be done. Question of security, and we must find a way. We have found ways to do many things here since I've been here. And I think we must find a way to deal with this issue of security. And if there's any way I can assist in it, I will be prepared to do that, because it is a very serious thing, right? And not just because it's not there that we can't find a way to do it. Question of pollution, I mean, we have big issue recently with the Caroni Dam, but I also there's pollution in the Martin River that is becoming a concern, and I raised it this morning at the coordination meeting 5. But that river there's a source of pollution there that is just again. The only problem that people don't drink it, but it's going into the Gulf of Korea, and it's very, very bad. Road paving has started, and I made the point that Councillor Stater made, I think it's a very valid one, that we need to know what we're doing in terms of our road paving, because I'm walking in the morning 5 o'clock, and the whole of Westmoreland South is paved with speed bumps, and you see that they're beautiful, right? And I don't know where it comes, and virtually overnight, they are paved and they're starting on Westmoreland North. So we starting to see things happen, and we have to be able to say, look what we're doing too.
Was that one of the areas that you had put on your list for capital? Yes, actually. Was Westmoreland's? And I saw it too.
Yeah,
one in it, there was one after.
No, I put that.
That was
Bad road, no, going up Woodwood Park. That's all that is very, very much. This road didn't need pavement. The road, they have so much pitch on the road that it's just going to come above the pavement. So pollution, road pavement, and then in terms of the schedule for all hands on deck, I would like to have that schedule done so that I can fully participate in the exercise in terms of what the priorities are.
Any other council members? No? See you.
I want to just respond to some of the for George content, I have written security and clearance, we will try to solve funds and the council. We have to make them funded. So since the council. We have extended letters to the various government ministries asking them to send the representatives. Sometimes on the phone they tell us to pay, and then we will tell the representative how many additional notes calling this week and said that you will not have any representative and tell them to make it. I know that the engineer at the health department was being attended to up to today, that they have installed the pipe and in the kitchen area. The matter of law was drawn to my attention today, and we have to look at the council's back day. I have been about being head of this. I was told this week Tuesday, the others coming to hold it. He didn't turn up. He called. I personally called a few times and I got a response from anybody this morning. Saying there's no more activity that she called up to this morning, and we have not talked to everybody want to say something. I called the auditor this morning, and he advised me that we should send the sheet up with a memo to the auditor too, which I have done. Because he said that's the only way that we're going to get any response. So it went up this afternoon, and I hope, he said the auditor will be in tomorrow so that he will assign somebody to come and have it audited. So I'm hoping that that will happen. Of course.
She said tomorrow.
Yes, we have it. Because previous to that, I have them trying to share. So I've gathered something is going on there. I heard the council chairman for point to my camera, Chagaramas, okay, council stater. Speaking about the reckoning vehicles, one of the questions we have to answer the budget is that we cannot go on the record. We can remove vehicles after police have done their part, but the record is not an option that the corporation has to present. So if somebody's parked illegally or that kind of thing, we don't have that authority to correct that kind of situation, but I just want the situation to come so that we do not have the authority to correct. When we were actually asking for the money to purchase a record, we were one person that the family is from the budget department has to ensure that we cannot correct. We ensure that we said that we don't start the new year with the correcting. So this understanding for us, the corporation is to be some kind of estimate around the that they have been able to as a purpose of corporation. So one of the recommendations I made some time ago to set the park and it comes to the was that you will let people park across in the park shuttle. But one of the problems we have when people don't come, people come one. We don't have like people coming to people coming late and so where you make a bus shuttle, I don't know if chairman through you can say that you leave the vehicles over there and they have a bus coming here this kind of stuff. Even the quarter to 9 or something like that. But you don't have a issue with parking is something that we have to discuss.
What do you think, Chair? Well, I was going to talk to my neighbors. One meeting, we were supposed to start to move meetings around Mr. Maranson from next cycle to start to utilize by them. We also want to look at utilizing by them, which have more parking spaces as well. But we can look at other options as well. So,
yeah, I am mindful that we have a parking. And this development.
thank you. I heard short at the start again. See you, and I really want to reiterate that we push. I've already penned a letter to get assistance from the minister for us to get the forwarded done. Which will going on a year that we've asked for this one. We really need to get this order. And if we're going to be calling joint select yesterday with Wassa, so embarrassing, they've been requesting audits for many years now, $16 billion in revenue, and they haven't done any work. They don't want us to afford that. And they mentioned it in our joint select that it was in the right? Also, when you miss a check, I have already sent a letter as well to the Commissioner of Police to assist us with speeding up that process to get the missing checks thing taken care of. I want to get these things cleaned up and stuff. We're going into our midterm in May, a year and a half, which is half the time that we'll be here. I want all these things behind us by then. I also want us to push to get the excavator as soon as possible. Maybe try since we have a few more months with regards to that. I know you said you could move with regards to that. So if you could push to get the excavator as soon as possible. Also to get the commissioning on the new water truck. I know we're pushing for that as well. It's dry season. A number of people have been issues with regards to water in the dry season. But I thank all who attended and all who assisted and all who are on board with all hands on deck. And again, I don't want it to be just a fancy slogan, good last year. Not as many workers that we had as last year, but we want to ensure that we have the success levels that we had last year with regards to the cleaning of the budget. We expected a relatively dry rainy season again this year, but still we're not taking things for granted with regards to that. Transformation is something that we passed many months ago. Again, it's something that we need to get going. I know Mr. Marajan had the chance, but no councillor, chairman of infrastructure, will be pushing that hopefully for the next month. I've been in discussions with Mr. Timke, the mayor of Port of Spain, again to push to get the land signed off for us to open our new building opposite by Westmore and keep any usual discussion with regards to the legality and the legal aspect going on. He's trying his best to push it forward, but again, it's something that I would like to be forward to the need. And again, this overall, I want to thank the council, the staff. I want us to continue trying to work together to ensure that we get the jobs done. I think in the period of time that we've been here so far, we have built that bridge that we've had with the previous council, and I want us to continue to have dialogue. You all will make mistakes, you all not perfect on both sides. And again, want us to continue to work together to ensure that the residents of the region get the best service possible.
So, Chairman, on the point of just for information.
No, this meeting is urgent.
No mention was